All right, Taurus. Here we are in Gemini season, and I'm just happy for you. So let the cards speak. A lot is moving forward, and for a while it almost felt like things were retrograding for you in a way. Whereas things, like, it seemed like it was moving forward, but it was moving backward, and there's so much processing, and there's this happening, and you still have to do this, and you can't really stay still. And then all of a sudden you're still for a moment, but then you have to keep going for another moment. And now things are beginning to move forward in a way that you've wanted, in a way that's authentic for you. We've been talking about the pace in your process a lot for a long time because of Uranus, but now it's so much more about you being with the pace now and not observing it and not looking for things to speed up and then slow down. You get this pace now, and it's becoming muscle memory, which, you know, still means that you need the rest that you need. And in moments, if there is moments of doubt that come back and get you during this, we'll have a Venus retrograde in the near future, or during the eclipse season, just know that it was all for the betterment of what you deserve. Someone from the past could be coming back into your life as well. Or an opportunity that you thought was once past is now resurfacing, and it's almost much sweeter this time because there's more that you understand about yourself. There's more that you have cleared up, a lot of confusion about why you indulge in certain things and why there's so much emphasis on work, and there's this extremity of work and play, and yet at the same time feeling very okay with everything, which can be normal for some people. It just hasn't been for you. And what is happening is that you are able to move on from a lot of things that reveal not only the strength and the courage that you have, but you're constantly being revealed to the you that you are now, and the you that understands the amount of compassion that you have for those of you who have moved through things emotionally and have allowed it and have become more refined in that way, and have allowed your own process to take shape and take form, and to understand that doubt is important, but it's not necessarily something to romanticize and stay in. But it's also like, okay, then there's confusion because of who am I without this doubt? You're someone who, yes, has a side of yourself that even can overwork because you understand. You want to understand what it takes to get something done, especially done the way that you want it done. And the way that it's not just the way you want it done. It's not so much of a cardinal control being a fixed sign and the stubbornness that you have. It's more of like, it's getting done on every layer. And some layers are faster than others. And yes, you could overindulge in this way and that way, but you're choosing wisely where you're giving yourself these luxurious moments, because you're being faced with all of these things right now. But it's almost like, yeah, cool, I know I can have it, but I don't know, there's just things that are just sliding off of you in a different way. You're so much more flexible than you have been, and it could be even in your body that you feel that way for sure. But this courage, this fearlessness in who you are now and how you want to do things and how you decide your life and how you co-create it with other people around you gives so much. There's just so much yet to be revealed to you because of that. Bottom of the deck, I'm gonna bring this in. If there is a Leo in your life, there's nothing but love and abundance there. And if you have had any worry or doubt about that, don't Not that they aren't signs to, just like you, stay longer than they want to. No, they're not in that place anymore. You know, Leos are in a different place, and especially this person in your life, if that is true. For some of you too, you might have had fear about marriage, or what tradition looks like in your life, or what the future holds in your life, or what aspects in your life are becoming revolutionized because of this Uranus and Taurus. And with the cool thing of when you understand that doubt is just a part of maybe a test or a pop quiz in the way of life, and how we tend to move through things, and like, you know, the lovely word of up leveling, or whatever you like choose to use, manifesting in your life. It's that this beautiful thing on the other side of it that you go back and forth about is that you feel this intimacy, it's not seduction. So there's a difference. So like, what you're feeling from the universe is not a seduction to enter into a more material based life. Like, you already understand that. It's more of like this deeper intimacy with who you are, how you work, not avoiding certain things. Not that you're avoidant, it's the inaction. Now you understand that it's almost like you're getting used to this pace, and you actually enjoy it. So being a part of that and enjoying that is also doing the things that you enjoy at the same time, because work can become work, and if you're taking on too much or doing too much, make sure you're delegating if you can in your line of work, or make sure that you're asking for help, or doing the proper things to nourish yourself. And I don't just mean self-care, but nourishment is different. It's really taking care of yourself in ways that you're going to need to in the future. That like, yeah, this thing could be cool to do, but actually I know that I'm having a busy week, and it would be much better for me to just chill, take care of what I need to take care of, and do that. And then some weeks it's gonna be like, I really need some time out. I need some time to connect with my people. It's just understanding that it's not always gonna look the same as you move forward, because, and yes, you will probably want to like be out more this month and just really have a good time and enjoy yourself. It's just important to understand that what brings up that doubt, what brings that back to the forefront. And I think by the end of the month, you're gonna be like, okay, I feel like I went back and forth about this enough. I'm in a place where I feel like I can easily see this, let this go. It's funny, in this where we have 6, 7, 8, and we have 6s too. There's just this overall fulfillment. It's really about, there's material things. Yes, there's love, and you love those things, and we love those things, but it's really about you being so secure in this process for yourself. I can cry. Feeling so able and free at the same time, because what you want is so in alignment with yourself. What's happening is so in alignment with yourself. You just feel this overall fulfillment with where you're at, where you're headed, and I just want to keep it there for you. So I'm gonna end there on this part of the reading. We'll get into the second part where we look at the cards next month. The second part will be on Patreon first, and then I'll put it all out there. As you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Thank you for supporting, and I hope you continue to support and learn about all the things, because there's this really 8s too, 6s and 8s. There's just fulfillment, lots of wholeness happening here. And you might be even surprised by how you feel and how fluidly emotions are running through you, how easily things are happening. You don't have to work too hard, try too hard, nor do you feel like it, which is a beautiful thing. All right, Taurus, you get why I didn't really, we want to talk about all the good things, but last but not least, see you next month. Hi, Taurus. As you can see, you are just not having the doubt anymore. You're not allowing yourself to get trapped in that space. You're not giving yourself that romanticizing nature that you can have that leads to confusion. You're not doing it right now. I think that what this season is showing you is that your continual consistency and your reflection and then your action is all settling in, especially emotionally. You may feel a little, you may have those moments in the middle of the month, or by the time this comes out, but there's so much more that you're learning from the vices that you've had and that are actually a part of what makes you feel comfortable in this time. A time of great uncomfort, especially when it comes to really receiving, yet having the strength and courage to walk away from what has over time caused more maybe pain and work. And a lot of that sometimes can be keeping up a stubborn quality of oneself. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean this physical movement, but it's this quality and the qualities in yourself that you deem to be more negative, or others maybe. But we've talked about this, and I've talked about a few other signs. It's making those things more of your attributes. So like even the negative things can become positive when you learn to listen to them or use them correctly. It really just depends. It's very nuanced. And for you, it's about using that doubt as a sign of, no, like, I need to understand that this is a part of the exam process. This is a part of getting to the next step. And I'm being asked to take a look at this and this and this all at once, and I want to do this, but I know this time calls for more discipline. This time may call for more fun. Right now, you might want to have a lot of fun in your life, and you should. This time is going to call for that. It's just that if it gets you to the point where you're confused, again, if you're looking at things in a way that's not clear to you, it's just time that it's time to evolve in that way, time to walk away. And what that reveals to you is that the amount of not only strength, compassion, everything that comes with the strength card, and then we have this figure 8, so the 8s are really important. It's the ability to create abundance by being who you are and bringing it towards you and really pulling it in, because you know how to do that. But then there are different parts of you that don't always feel the possibilities of that. There's parts of you that not a lot of people may know, unless they really know you, that you get agitated and aggravated and you just want to go off. There will be moments for that to happen, but it's almost like unnatural at this time. Because of all the work that you're doing, it's almost like I don't need to address certain things anymore, because I don't, one, have the energy for that specifically anymore, but two, I just see how that used to pull me into a space where it's just no good for me anymore. So you get the surprise from yourself. Some of you might also have a love offer from a Leo or someone with major Leo placements, or someone maybe you met back in Leo season, or something that happened at that time and maybe it's resurfacing, or a deepening of love with that as well. If you're questioning, marriage and the traditional aspect, and that's where you're moving forward in your life, it's just time to think about that and what that looks like for you. It's only coming up for you to see, like, okay, maybe I want this and maybe I don't want this. And you're just like reassessing in that department of life, because ultimately that also is very equal and balanced to your career and your work as well. But there's a solid stability throughout this. There's just so much that you're going to find in alignment, and in so many ways it's this emotional thing, because it's mentally, spiritually, it's everything, physically, everything's just really coming together. And as a sign who has so much to give and so much to show and share and be, not that you need to be in the spotlight or anything, but you will be. It's just more that when it comes together like this, nothing can stop you. And again, you don't care too much about things that are really unimportant to you and to what you're doing. You know, it's easy to get pulled into other people's stuff sometimes, and this is just a moment where you're so clear, and it's just really beautiful. And next month will be so much, I don't want to get into it yet, but okay, so I will see you next month. All information to work with me is below. All right, Taurus, I will see you next year.